Come on, Rex. For the moment, let's return to Fonset Village. Back to the village. I'll explain everything in detail once we get there. Just head to Fonset for now. All right. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We have our mission. Become the true driver of the Aegis. Rescue Pyra any way that we can. What Jin did has weakened not only Rex, but the entire party significantly. Pyra and Mithra are Rex's only topple art. His role has to change. He's no longer our break topple launch combo or our topple launch smash combo. It's been broken up and he can't really be our driver combo guy anymore. Rock is the blade that I see him having the next largest emotional connection with. I welcome them with open arms as our star player.
Battle.
Together at last.
Oh, Zami's moving in on this opportunity. I always had Rex fulfilling the role of the driver combo guy. We have one other who can still do that job very well. Zeke. Zeke has to use Pandoria and has a launch art on her. His Ether Cannon set comes with a break art. His Great Axe set, which we have just gotten, has a topple art. And we've seen his Mega Lance has a smash art. He is our second driver who can do the entire driver combo in one. Pandoria is not the strongest blade in the world, but he can still get the job done just fine. His smash art sucks glass eyes, so break topple launch is the way to go. Smash can be handled by Rock or Corvin better than Zeke could ever do it. Zeke's AI also focuses on the driver combo, no change from Rex. Next up, I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that without Mithra in the party, everyone has less evasion. Meaning that without Foresight, Morag is nowhere near as good of a tank. I would say that Tora, probably for the first time in his short little life, is the superior tank to Morag now. This is my way of saying, be prepared. Things just got a hell of a lot harder. What we have coming up is what I consider to be the hardest chapter. We're gonna need to be at 110% to have a chance. We're gonna be doing side stuff for a while to prepare for this. I recommend doing so. Before we go on, Eulogiminous. I have to say, you have such a cool name and your voice is awesome. What is it with kings of really messed up nations having such cool voices in Xeno? I did a terrible thing to you, and for that I must apologize. The third Aegis sword that unlocks the true power of the Aegis is said to be sealed away somewhere in Leftheria. The power of the Aegis I entrust to you. I want you to read me a bedtime story by a campfire on a cold winter's night. The children of Tantal are raised not with lullabies, but with the epics of Adam. See, this is the bedtime stories! So we were painfully aware of the threat the Aegis posed to us. We feared that her work may wreak devastation upon our world, but we realized that we misunderstood. Her rightful place is with you. You must wrest her from Torna's grasp by any means necessary. See, you do know bedtime stories, tell them to me. Okay, fine, I'll go rescue the Aegis first. We've gotten a lot of new skills from everything that we've been doing lately. Let's see those.
It is one kind of strength.
Hey! You're acting like someone who doesn't want dessert!
I went out to an ice cream parlor tonight for the first time in 4 months. You shut up. This is the one night you cannot say that to me. Up on that balcony overlooking Tantal where we took in that view, a new heart-to-heart has appeared. We're gonna start off by going there.
So how'd you like this palace, eh? Just as good as your Ardanian one?
For a man who abandoned his country, you're certainly proud of it.
Hey, that's a low blow.
Do you think you'll return for good someday?
That's a toughie.
What is it that's stopping you?
Hey, Morag, is your country important to you?
That was kind of out of the blue.
Come on, just tell me. Would you protect your country over anything else in the world?
Without a doubt. Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, as a prince, of course you're going to want to protect your country and your people. But is that really enough?
What do you mean?
This world, it's stretched to its limit. We've both seen that on our travels. Now, my old man, he closed off our country from the outside world. Why? To protect his people. But that's not a real solution. That's just running away from reality. Maybe you can protect your own people like that for a while, but when the world ends, you're just as dead. I just couldn't bring myself to agree with the way he does things.
And that's why you left.
Yeah. If I can use my power to help save the world, even a little, I figured that's what I have to do. Help the people who need it. Of course, I was younger then with naive ambitions. In the end, I just wound up learning how powerless I really am.
But you haven't given up yet, have you? You're still trying to save the world.
Of course I am. If you don't have the power, you've got to try even harder. If you can't do it alone, then you've got to find some friends to back you up. Morag, you're one of those people, right? Someone I can count on.
I'm with you, Zeke. Would you not? Wishing to protect your country is both a natural impulse and a duty, is it not?
That's the one! That's exactly what my old man used to say. But is that really enough?
What do you mean?
This crazy world's right at its limit. If it carries on like this, it's done for. My old man, he chose to close his eyes to the outside world and only think of the safety of our country.
A king's first duty is to protect his nation. I don't think I can blame him for the choice he made.
Well, yeah, but is it really okay to just think of yourself? Can you really be happy when you're shut up in your own world like that? If we carry on like this, our whole world has had it. And you can't have a country without a world. That's why his attitude drove me crazy. Sitting doing nothing as the whole shebang falls down. That's no way for anyone to live. I can't just give up on the future like that. That's why I left Tantal. And that's why I can't go back. Not until the world is safe.
You're a remarkably straightforward man. Honestly, I'm a little jealous of the way you can follow your heart so freely.
Hey, what are you saying? It's not like it's hard. You should try it yourself. Just say what you think.
Straightforward guys like you and Rex are all very well, but I think someone needs to attend to the finer details.
Jeez, you let me have it with both barrels there, but thanks.
You can count on me for that, Zeke.
She's got your back either way. And is "you let me have it with both barrels" a British thing, or was he referencing Donkey Kong? Because that's all I can think of. I think I know the answer. Sometimes you just gotta say it out loud to know how you sound. In the storage room, we picked up an Ether R&D manual for Poppi. I didn't go over what these parts were right away, just because there was so much going on all at the same time. So I think now that we're taking a breather here at the palace, I would recommend watching the first little bit of this, because there's gonna be some important stuff in here, but soon I will give you the timestamp to skip to if you don't need to know what the new abilities do. The new technical manual, Ether R&D Revolution, or at least that was the code name before it became Ether R&D We can now make Ether Mod 4, giving a role of healer and an Ether Mod 15% there. This is actually kind of useful. Some of Poppi's specials use the Ether stat, and remember, this is a driver-wide thing. This is the stat bonuses that you get for equipping a blade to a driver. So if you want to just use one form of Poppi, the other one could use these stat buffs to make the other one stronger, so that you're not just having them sit there contributing nothing. Evasion Mod 3 is new, but not as good as what we've gotten from our DLC quests. Luck Mod 3, if only you had a break art. Muscle Mod 3, what do we have on Alpha? I thought we had a Muscle Mod 4. Oh, tank mod. Never mind. I still get muscle and tank mixed up because muscle was the gem type in Xenoblade 1 that ups defense, so I still think of it as defense when it's actually supposed to be attack, and it says it right on the screen right there. Whenever you have just that brain memory down like a muscle memory, it's hard to burn out of the brain. Strike Mod 3 is a new one. This buffing attack power and dexterity can have uses similar to what I was saying if you just want to do stronger physical attacks with one form and don't care about the other. Tank Mod 4 can be crafted, already had one. Oh boy, we can finally do this! So we can't do a dark elemental core and there's no light elemental core present, but we can do this. Oh ho ho ho. So, our Ice Blade options are pretty terrible, and I think for that reason, I'm gonna make Alpha an Ice element and move the Earth element elsewhere. Ursula sucks. Perun's not that good. Godfrey's, well, Godfrey. Yeah, I'll make an Ice core. And we could try that out on Alpha and just kind of see how it goes. She's kind of the lower damage one anyway, so if she's just kind of bridging stuff for blade combos. She is without a doubt the strongest Ice Blade in our party right now, and that is frickin' sad. I sort of like the idea of QT being dark. It bothers me how everyone in this game has a good Fire Blade. Like, actually everyone. Well, okay, I'm sorry, Rex. I didn't mean to bring up painful memories, but you know what I mean. He's had Pyra all this time. She's a guaranteed blade he asked from the start. She's really strong, specializes in blade combo damage. Nia is going to be your natural choice for Crossette, who might as well be a guaranteed blade. You get her guaranteed at the beginning of the game if you have the expansion pack installed. Tora gets QT, and in the very next fight, we get Brigid, who is also an evasion tank and fire element. Again, why were you not Lila? Yet another reason that I want to just hammer that in of why I want you to be Lila so badly. You could take... I'll give you the Earth element. Just because it's good to have around. I associate it with Tora a lot. This looks kind of nice. Heh, kind of nice. Well, what can loosely be described as humor aside, we're now gonna get into what the new arts cards and abilities and all that stuff is. If you don't need to know what the new abilities do or what the new things that you can craft are, skip to this timestamp. I understand it's a lot. New to the blade arts, Poppi is now able to get aggro draw 4, back attack up 3, critical up 3, damage absorb 4, nullify reaction. Good blade art right here. Only costs 30 ether crystals, I'll take 2. This could save Tora from getting hit with blowdown and getting knocked off a cliff when he's supposed to be alive and getting hurt. And recharge boost 1 and 2. The new effects on her specials that we can purchase include aggro down 1 and 2, why? Anger 3, Aquatic Slayer 4, Back Force 3, our first good one, Challenger 4. Under specific scenarios, that's a good effect. 90% more damage from a special on higher leveled enemies. Having that extended to chain attacks and all that. I think I'll take 1 just to have it around as an option. Because, I'll be frank, I'm not going to go into this menu to look and see what my options are. I'm going to go into my equipment. Flank Force 4. Knock that one out in one take. HP Absorb Arts 3. Restores 15% of his damage dealt when a special connects. Self-healing. HP Potion 3. Humanoid Slayer 3. Launch 1, Launch 2, Topple 1, Topple 2, Vendetta 1, and Vendetta 2. Taking 2 of them. Oh heck, 1 more. That's a good effect. And Vital Charge 4. That's about the best damage additive you could expect to get on one of her specials, so we'll take one of those, give it to a special that we're gonna use all the time. I'll choose to spend the 2,500 ether crystals to expand her specials enhancing RAM. To her level 3. And she needs a larger ether furnace. This is getting costly. I sort of had instant regret getting the Vendetta there. It's a good effect. Frontal Force 4 is just stronger. It's a 90% versus a 70%. It does cost more to equip though. Give her that. Yeah, I didn't need these. It's weaker than even the stuff we had on Alpha. And lastly, her new battle skills. Affinity Max Accuracy 1 and 2, Affinity Max Evade 3, That can be good, just remember that it's only for a few seconds following affinity max for the first time in battle, meaning that it'll be earlier in a fight unless you're breaking that chain over and over again. Ha, if anger was so good, why isn't there an anger 2? Aquatic Hunter 4, Arts Heal 3, Arts Stealth 3, Auto Attack Stealth 3. I can't believe I used this on a first playthrough, not on Poppi, but on other blades. The Avenger 4, Blade Combo Boost 4. I'm gonna snag one of those. If QT is either gonna be fire or earth, those are used in blade combos all the time. Volcano is really good, Gaia Crash is really good, even just stone's not bad. Block Raid up 4. I wanna see how high we can get that. We actually still have a new skill opening up. Counter 1 does 100% physical damage back as spike damage. Counter 2 does 125%. I've said my piece on spike damage and why it's not very good before, I trust you remember. Critical Restore 4, Critical Up 3, Damage Heal 4. This is Earth Defense Force, getting Earth Defense up 3. Another new skill, Endurance 1, reducing damage taken when HP is 30% or lower, a skill version of her existing battle skill Emergency Mode. And she also gets Endurance 2, 12% damage increase, or reduction. Evasion Focus 3, Flash 4. Fusion combo up 1 and 2 can also be a good thing to have if they're appearing in blade combos a lot. A third new skill, Gold Rush 1 and 2, increasing the enemy gold drop rate. Generally, this is reserved for common blades. We got it here. Helping Hand 1 and 2 are also new, increasing the duration of blade arts. Since those are random effects and they go off fairly often at max affinity, not feeling these. HP Attack Boost 4 is a 90% damage increase across the entire blade. I'll take one. Humanoid Hunter 3, Hunter's Chemistry 4. Without a doubt, one of these. Just on some blade in Tora's arsenal. Into the Air 3, and right back into the ground 4. Knockback Resist 4, Launch Resist 3, in the Army Natural Guard, Toucan, Natural Guard 3. Outdoor Attack up 3, Piercing Lunge 3, Pinpoint Weakness 3, Reflect Damage up 3, Shoulder to Shoulder 4, Side Attack 3, Smash Resist 4, Specials level 2 plus 4, Specials level 3 plus 3. Another new skill in Strong Foundation. I did not think that was going to increase auto attack. I thought, I don't know, you don't get hit with blowdown or knockback. That's useless. Swift Evasion 4, Swift Strike 4, Telepathy 4, new skill, Topple Resist 1, Topple Resist 2, Vendetta 1, Vendetta 2, Water Defense up 4, and Wind Defense up 3. This is getting expensive to upkeep. We've dipped well below the start, not counting the DLC. First off, we're gonna upgrade her energy converter. This is hurting me to lose all of these things. We'll give her an outdoor attack up 3 there. For skill upgrades, she'll get to be our Hunter's Chemistry 4, and I'm gonna keep the Affinity Max Barrier. She's looking pretty good there. QT had indoor attack up 4 this entire time. I think I put that on in, maybe it was the old factory? I'm not sure why I had that on. But I didn't think, why is the, oh, I guess it was it level 4? Yeah, it was level 4. I was about to say, why was that worth less? Okay, that was a lot. I was right to skip over that, I think. Here are what my poppies are looking like. If you want to copy these, copy my poppies. Don't copy that poppy. No, do copy that poppy. I spent way too much on skill RAM, actually. I bought way more skills than I need, because this is 8,000 crystals. That's 15. I don't need that. So much to spend. I want to save my crystals for other stuff down the road. In Pure Snow Passage, on the lowest level of Theoscaldia Palace, there's this door that I don't know how to get behind. You can see on the map that there is a room beyond this door, but I can't get behind it. Right over here is another door, and this one can be opened. I don't know what that room's deal is. If anybody knows how to get inside of that room, I would love to know. I've given some thought to what we're doing next, and the solution I came to was hanging out here. I've never actually walked around this room before or ever come back to it after that scene. It already gets discovered thanks to you having a fight in here, so my usual hot tip doesn't really apply. I thought maybe we could hang out in here, kind of reflect on things a little bit, and awaken some core crystals. Akos, Mikhail, and Petroka each dropped a common core crystal and a rare core crystal. Hold up, before we do that, we've got all sorts of new missions here in Tantal, including one that gets us contracts. Zenobia's Enemy 4 is now available. The Black Market has a charming swimsuit available. I don't know if I want to know what that looks like if it's from the Black Market. But you can send away some blades on this, and that's a decent accessory. Or depending on your views, it might be an indecent accessory.
I withdraw.
It's bonding time. Now for the rares. 3 full boosters. 3 legendary cores. Got a good feeling about these ones. We'll do the light one last. So get this, from having to release more blades to make room, I ended up with 5 truth boosters as well, so we're gonna do a 4th legendary core crystal today. What was that? What was that? Oh, it was just a dog. Oh, you had me going there, Mugen. And now that we're done at the palace, it sounds like it'd be nice to get a good night's rest before we carry on with anything. Lucanos. Hi there. I just had meat, first time in ages. I feel so nourished. Yum. You gotta remember, it's hard to get edible meat around these parts. But ever since foreign trade restarted, meat's become a bit more accessible. Not that much though, but it's a start. Hey. Those eyes look like the eyes of a soul-seeking ballad, am I right? But I'm afraid I can't sing for you alone. The Ballad of Adam's Ember Cakes is particularly popular right now. You know Ember Cakes, they're selling like hotcakes at Lectica Vegetables. It's one of Theoswar's specialties. They say it was Adam's favorite food, and that he would always eat one before battle. The saying goes that a driver who can stomach spicy food will be equally strong in battle. Is that a lie about their lineage too? Only time will tell. There's a chance there might be some heart-to-hearts available. We shall see. Oh, yes. I'm so tired. I've got to give Shellhead and Pandoria a piece of my mind one of these days. Maybe next time we visit Sekis Pillar. I'm almost too sleepy for this. What, are they the complaint compartment for why the Titan isn't moved closer to the sun? I have to say, it's been a huge relief for me that you guys like it when we do lots of heart-to-hearts, because I knew going into this there were gonna have to be a few heart-to-heart focused episodes, and I was worried about people not being so into that, but no, I like them, and I'm glad to hear you guys do too. Zenobia has a full open affinity chart. Looks great, right? Until you realize every one of them. Every single node on this entire affinity chart, except this one when you first get her, which just needs some meat, requires killing a specific unique monster or clearing a specific side quest. From this point onward, Zenobia is not helped in the least by merc missions at all. Yeah, they're really doing us like that. I didn't notice this on my first playthrough, and I remember just not knowing why she felt so weak. And then I checked this after having her for a few hours, and oh boy, I learned why you check this stuff first. On the plus side, all 3 of her field skills, Wind Mastery, Super Strength, and Leaping, can all reach level 5. So with her around, quests are kind of a non-issue.
I feel smarter.
Sekis Pillar has this ledge down here. Oh. I would not want to stand on this mound of unstable snow this high up in the air, but I got Rex's lead boots to keep me safe.
Hey Zeke, Pandoria, You got a moment?
Sure, what's up? You're not usually the type to start a serious discussion.
Well, you see, it's about turtles.
Turters?
Sorry, but Turtus is our mascot. I know he's the cutest little chap in the world, but you can't have him.
You heard the prince. If you ask nicely, we might allow you to pat him on the head.
Uh-huh. Thanks for confirming what I already guessed. You haven't even noticed, have you? He's been crawling into my bed every night.
He's been what?
If I'm not super careful, I worry I'm going to crush the little guy in my sleep. But like you say, he's your precious little mascot, yeah? I figured you'd be mad if I hurt him. So it's been keeping me awake the whole damn night.
Well, I guess I should apologize on Turtus' behalf.
Honestly, weren't you meant to be keeping an eye on him?
Well, you know me. Once my head hits the sheets, I'm out for the count.
We'd better find a way to stop him wandering off. Let's flip this whole issue on its head.
Flip it.
On its head?
Yeah? I mean, Turters is one of the gang too, right? So I figure me and Zeke can't keep hogging him forever. He doesn't belong to any one person. He's a precious mascot to each and every one of us. So what I say is, why don't we all pitch in on looking after him?
Oh, right. Great idea.
Right? If Nia's helping us out too, there's no problem with Turters sleeping in her bed.
Hold it. This isn't solving the issue of how I get some sleep. You can't just lump it all on me. Get someone else to help.
Maybe Dromar could look after him.
Could work. He's basically a big fuzzy pillow.
Actually, the same goes for Tora.
More like a little fluffy pillow, but yes.
Hey, are you two actually just fed up of taking care of Turtus?
Perish the thought. Right, Pandy?
Yeah, we love Turters. Sometimes I forget to feed him, but he's great.
I'm starting to understand why he comes running to me every night.
They never stopped being a bumbling duo. It's hard to remember that when Zeke's had so much seriousness around him lately. But he really is the Zekeinator to the last.
Please open your hearts to me.
Wow, I'm gonna have to throw away all of these to go do that again. Wait, who was doing what? Gyrating to generate heat. That explains why you're a fire element.
He could sleep in my bed.
Yeah, that might be the best solution.
He used to sleep in my bed back in the day anyway. It'll be fine.
I guess that settles it. Thanks, Pandoria.
You can count on me.
Hang on, though. You said he used to sleep in your bed back in the day. Just how long have you had this turtle?
Oh, it hasn't been as long as me and old Princey here, but it's been quite a while, I think.
Huh. It's just that he's so small. I always assumed he was pretty young. So what would you do if he grew up to be Dromark-sized?
The things that go through that head of yours.
Watch it, you.
He wouldn't be quite so portable if that were to happen.
Right? It got me wondering, would you guys stick together even then?
Why, I could ride around on top of Turtus instead.
You mean like Nia and Dromark?
Yeah, that sounds pretty sweet, right?
You'd probably get left behind. A lot.
And how?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna be glad that Turtus stayed this size.
Maybe I'm impatient, but I don't want to go around 2 miles every 5 hours. Pandoria got a level up from that.
Flora heals an aching soul.
Only one triggered this time in the canon one. Catching up to everyone else.
I'll never stop growing. I can open anything.
That was lockpicking, wasn't it? Yep, she has lockpicking maxed out. Everything else is looking standard. We gotta use her level 1 special a bunch of times, which is it. If there's one last thing that I want to draw attention to, it's that ice bridge that I stressed that you really, really want to build, even though it didn't seem that important when we were on our way down to the lower level. There's stuff over there now, and you need focus to build that, and guess what skill Pyra and Mithra have? It's true the Wolfer can have that if he's trained up. More likely, it's at the mercy of what rare blades you've had. And I didn't want to potentially screw you by not telling you to open up that bridge. All right. We're getting a little bit stronger. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we're going to solve an ancient mystery here in Theoswar. See you guys then.